Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Star Trek Online has released a new mission today. So we're going to play that. Oh, I already have audio. Okay. I have some audio. Perfect. So yeah, they had an update today. There's actually a lot of news that's kind of happened today. One of them being that they they accidentally teased they accidentally teased the next legendary bundle, which is good. Apparently, it's going to have 3 ships. As of right now, the information is legendary Negvar, legendary Nebula, and a legendary Jem'Hadar Vanguard Dreadnought. I mean, definitely need some more non-Federation legendary ships. That's for sure. We need some more Dominion Federation ships or legendary ships because we actually don't have that many. I think we have one. Let's see. Jem'Hadar. Yeah, so we only have the legendary bug. So yeah, so the fact that there is another one coming, which is a legendary version of this ship. Um, my only hope is it's better than this one. I'm not a. I remember getting this one when I first played a uh, a gamma recruit, and I remember liking the ship, but I it ended up being not great because it's for one it's a 4-4, but it has way too much engineering, way too much engineering. So it has a lieutenant commander and a commander, and that is just way too much engineering. The problem is actually I'm kind of curious. When was the Jim Hater Dreadnought Carrier? When was this released? Is this going to tell me? Da, 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 da. No, it just tells me when it was introduced into the MUDS bundles. Wait, this is a MUDS bundle? Oh, never mind. It's not this one. Okay, I didn't realize there was two Dread well, it says that it's um a legendary Vanguard Dreadnought Carrier, which is this. Though actually, now that I see this, it's actually probably gonna be a legendary version of this one. Um, so this one won't be that bad. This is what a Lieutenant Commander Engineering. Yeah, because this was a tactical ship. All right. So generally, they do a tactical science and cruiser or engineering ship. So that means that yeah, that makes sense. The Negvar would be a cruiser. Yeah. All right. So as long as they change the stats on here, uh, change it to a 5-2, um, I'm okay with that. All right, but yeah, so that's some of the news that has been kind of poked its head out, kind of leaked out during them announcing some information, and that came from them changing the description on that on the this console. This is what gave it away here. But I haven't seen any. Just following this thread with on Reddit really doesn't give any proof um, besides for that one console. But and I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not following. But yeah, so that was in the news. They added a bunch of stuff the um, to the Lobby store, um, which I haven't bought anything. There's my Lobby. I was updating some other characters with some traits in between those. But yeah, so they added the rifle. I think this rifle switches between a rifle and a pistol, which is kind of cool. They did add a new trait. I'm waiting for people to say how good this trait is. Only thing I know is, as of right now, it's actually bugged because it keeps you in combat. It doesn't allow you to leave combat once you equip it, but there was something else. Was it? Yeah, the costume actually. I do want that. I do want that costume. Actually need to put it on another character too, but I have a discovery character which I want to put that on, but I do like the fact of having a Admiral's costume. So, all right, but so gone through a few things. So what we're gonna jump into now is the actual mission. I heard it's a long one. They were streaming it earlier on the Deca stream, and I had the stream up, but I was doing other stuff at the time. I think I was doing the dailies, and I wasn't watching it. I had it muted because I kind of want to go into the mission with a open opinion of it. But all right, I actually do want to volume this up a little bit. It seems like volume's really low, at least in my headset. It sounds really low.
Greetings, this is Hugh, Director of the Cooperative Borg and Borg Reclamation Project. I'm assembling a task force to take down the Etherians, and Command has put your name forward as their specialist on all things Borg. As you know, the Cooperative and its allies are currently trying to track down Tassine Faye. We think we've found her. Will you meet me at Deep Space Nine? I've called for a classified, high-priority meeting with the Alliance. Upon arrival, I recommend you have your first officer dock your ship so we can run some diagnostics on it at the station. We've been working on experimental methods of removing what we believe is Etherian starship sabotage. We can't risk any further malfunctions. I'll be counting on you and your ship today.
Well, that's interesting. Oh boy. So, random space and... Wait. Isn't this the costume? Is that the... I suppose I can't get any information. Is that the Lobby costume? I was going through the Lobby store earlier today. I was going through the Lobby store earlier today, and I saw that.
There is always a choice.
I'm kind of curious, because I think it's labeled the same. Is it labeled? Purchasing. His costumes. Oh no, that. Where was that? It wasn't in the Lobby store. It was in the Zen store. Because there was a costume that I was surprised that I did not have. Uniforms. No, it wasn't under uniforms. Trying to remember where that was. But it was 6,000 Zen. It was somewhere under here. It was Mud's Market. Ground. It was this one. So is that actually unlocking it for the whole, or this right here? I'm gonna say $45 because generally want to buy that on a 75% sale, but or $15. But well, I guess we'll find out. I'll compare it once I'm done.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I am filling in for President Okeg, whose presence was requested at Khitomer HQ instead. The other Alliance captains recruited for this mission have already received their briefs and will be heading out shortly. When you're ready, you may take a seat to attend the conference. Until then, feel free to strategize with your allies. I will be observing from the sidelines so I can draw up a mission report once you've returned.
Shouldn't I be joining the Alliance captains?
Ah, you're right. I should have clarified. Admiral Quinn has informed me that the priority mission is indeed scheduled to begin soon. However, your ship is taking longer to upgrade than expected. You see, we're running your systems through some desabotage diagnostics. Highly experimental routines provided to us by the Cooperative, but we hope it'll do the trick. You will be able to join your allies on the front line as soon as it's ready for service.
Understood. Captain Sean?
You made it. Always good to share a high-priority mission with a fellow Starfleet officer. I saw your ship ducked out at one of the pylons. Let me guess. Aetherian sabotage, right? Well, if it's any consolation, I hear they're almost finished with the experimental diagnostics they're running. You'll be the first to test them out. With any luck, you'll be joining us soon for what will hopefully be my last tactical operation for quite some time. Admiral Quinn's put in a good word for me with Pete Harkins of the old Pathfinder project. Who knows? Maybe we can start up a new exploratory initiative. I haven't exactly told the other captains about that, though. Keep it to yourself. Let's focus on taking down these Aetherian Grelthi and call it a day. Starfleet's counting on us.
We'll make it so. See you on the front lines. Captain Jarek?
You're late, but I am pleased to see you here. The atmosphere is a little tense inside this conference room. Loris has informed us that the Dominion does not intend to partake in this mission. Their fleet is indisposed. In fact, a number of allied powers are no-shows today. Not a great start. I thought I was done with mad demigods for the foreseeable future, but it looks like we've got an Aetherian cult leader on our hands. I don't know much about this Tassine Faye, but I've heard she's bad news. I better ready up the Lisette and check in with my crew.
See you on the field, Commander. Captain Korn?
Have you come to join us in glorious battle against the Aetherians? Or are you content with watching from the sidelines like a cachom? We should already be heading to our destination point, yet the Alliance leaders wish to host a conference first. I, for one, will not sit by idly and let the opportunity to strike first pass me by.
Right. I still need to receive my briefing. Thanks for the reminder.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you all for coming. I know not all of our allies could make it today.
It's not the first time we host a high-priority conference at Deep Space Nine on the threats posed by the Borg. But this time, our mission feels a little more hopeful. Director?
The Cooperative and I called on the Alliance today to inform your captains that one of our nanoprobes has successfully tracked Aetherian Concordium leader Tassine Faye to the Midas Array.
Tassine Faye believes she is on her way to seize control of the array and lay a trap for the Alliance. This time, we've come prepared.
We've been working on a strategy against the Aetherians, and have been tracking their trajectory for some time now.
Thanks to the Cooperative, the Midas Array has already been evacuated. Non-essential personnel have been transferred using cloaked Klingon vessels provided by Chancellor L'Rell. And false life signs intended to lure the Aetherians in have been planted aboard the array with Romulan technology lent to us by Proconsul Datan.
But that's not all. A team of Cooperative scientists and I have been developing an Aetherian diffusion device that we're hoping to use on Tassine Faye. Our Priority 1 tactical initiative is to ambush her by the Midas Array in order to extract and interrogate her. My fleet is currently split up in an orbit of both the Lukari homeworld and the Jaret system Dyson Sphere to prevent incursions of any kind. Recent events suggest both the Lukari and Iconians are at risk. There's a high probability Tassine Faye will head to one of these locations next. As the Yasutake is stationed by the Dyson Sphere, I'll be needing a ride to the Midas Array. Fortunately, the Admiral, Chancellor, and Proconsul have sent their best ships to assist us.
Are we really certain that Aetherian technology is unable to detect a cloaked evacuation and false life signs?
Perhaps you should ask the Tal Shiar, Proconsul. Our latest mission reports indicate the Aetherians were involved with them somehow.
Chancellor, you and I both know that I have no relation to the Tal Shiar, or their nefarious activities. Besides, the data found aboard the Harmony was barely legible. It could have been fabricated for all we know.
Please, my friends, let's put our differences aside for the sake of the galaxy. We can discuss the details at a later date. Our current priority is to safely excise Tassine Faye and defuse her, if possible.
And why is that exactly, Admiral?
Because we believe Tassine Faye is the Aetherian Borg Queen.
And if we can get to her, we can get to her entire collective.
You are a worthy ally, Director. But are you really prepared to take on a 200,000-year-old Iconian Borg Queen?
I'm glad you asked. I've got an expert on all things Borg Queen aboard the Enterprise. Come see me when you're ready.
Sure. Little side note here. They really need to update the model for Datan. When you compare Datan to L'Rell, Quinn now, I mean, Cogran's kind of an old model too, but like even the Who's that? Kuzneta? I probably pronounced that incorrectly. Actually, I'm 100% confident I did. But yeah. A little bit of side note on there. You can definitely tell his model is from from the Legacy of Romulus expansion, which is 12 years old now.
We will not stand by as the Aetherians threaten to take over the galaxy or bow before tyrants, not ancient Iconians, changeling infiltrators, Terran emperors, or even Borg queens. Good luck today.
Thank you, Proconsul.
The Aetherians bring great dishonor to our galaxy. They lie, trick, deceive, and worst of all, steal from others. These smooth-headed Marhwipu do not even have the backbone to earn their spoils. We must do whatever it takes to put an end to their treachery. Good luck with your mission.
Thank you, Chancellor.
As much as I'd like to see Starfleet return to a role of discovery, I'm afraid its phasers at the ready for now. Above all else, it's imperative the Alliance remains united. A number of galactic leaders are missing today. I hope this isn't indicative of anything but a difference in priorities. Stay safe out there.
Here's hoping. I'll follow Captain Sean's lead. Thank you, Admiral.
Thanks for meeting me here. The captain should be arriving at the Midas Array any minute now. Here are the details of our mission. I've been working on a diffusion device for some time now together with the Yasutake's first officer, Commander Duff. In essence, we've modified Admiral Janeway's neurolytic pathogen to make it compatible with the Aetherians. Instead of neural disruption, this device uses a retroviral agent to break genetic fusion and revert drones to their pre-fusion state. Here's the catch, though. We need someone to spread this virus for us. A liberated Borg is the ideal candidate, as they'd be able to tap into the Aetherian subspace frequencies.
So that would be you?
That's right. Or the XB ally I've called in. If we target Tassine Faye, we should be able to sever the Aetherians from their queen. Needless to say, it's risky, and could lead to widespread chaos within her collective. But even if we fail, as long as we capture her, we'd still be able to use her as a bargaining chip or interrogate her. We've only got one shot at this. This is a single-charge diffusion device, so we'll need to be quick and smart. Looks like I'm down a fleet today, so I'll be traveling with you, if you don't mind. I hear your ship is about ready.
Looking forward to teaming up again, you. Let's do this.
Lieutenant Kagrash has informed me that your ship is ready for service. Good luck out there.
Voice acting's been really good so far. Waiting for this to load up.
Damn. Aetherians must have seen us coming somehow. Proconsul Datan was right. Let's act quickly. We need to search the system and get a debrief from the Alliance captains. Long-range sensors suggest the Bortesque is critically damaged. Let's go.
This is Captain Corin. The Bortesque has sustained plasma conduit ruptures across several decks.
Hold your position, Captain. We'll begin repairs with a low-frequency gamma weld.
Director, I see you do not back down from a challenge. Your assistance is appreciated.
Assistance we better redirect to the Lisette. Let's move.
This is the Lisette. Do you copy? We're being tailed by a drone ship.
Commander Jirok, this is Director Hugh. Copy that. We're on it.
I don't know how my shuttle is taken off of automatic.
Nicely done. My compliments to you, Captain.
You're a welcome sight. It seemed your delayed arrival is now turning out to be vital to the success of our mission. Not a conclusion I would have been able to draw by relying on logic alone.
Happy to help. But where's the Enterprise?
Past the array. However, the exact position is unclear. The Aetherians have severed the Lisette's comms link with the Enterprise.
Speaking of sabotage, I don't see the Aetherians anywhere. What happened here?
Full systems malfunction. Before we set off on our mission, Alliance vessels received a comprehensive security sweep at Deep Space Nine. Unfortunately, the sabotage went undetected, which is cause for concern. To my knowledge, the Aetherians have never been aboard the Lisette. This means their plans are either being carried out remotely, or that sabotage technology was discreetly brought aboard. But they're here all right. We're still investigating, but if you'd like to witness the malfunctions yourself, you can head to the Midas Array. The Romulan Republic did not only plant false life signs, but a surveillance system, approved by the Alliance, of course.
Always one step ahead, Commander.
Thanks, Commander. Cause for concern indeed. We'll head to the array as we search for the Enterprise.
Helm, set a course for the Midas Array.
Captain Sean, this is Commander Jirok. The Midas Array has been tapped. My crew is standing by.
Copy that, Commander. Bortesque, this is the Enterprise reporting in. We are in position and ready to intercept the Harmony. Captain Corin, do you copy?
Captain, I have received an emergency transmission from the Bortesque. Cloaking technology has been compromised. The Aetherians could get a visual lock on Corin's crew in moments if we do not act swiftly.
Damn. Well, still no sign of the Harmony. And the Bortesque is showing up on our sensors now. This is not good. Commander, could you get closer and provide a status report? The Enterprise has to maintain position.
Agreed. The Lisette is temporarily abandoning position. Helm, set a course for the Bortiskew, but keep a distance.
Enterprise Lisette. This is Captain Corin. Fortescue. Comms have disrupted. The spineless enemy has...
Captain Corin, do you copy? There's no response. Enterprise, the Lisette needs to get closer in order to scan the Bortiskew, or beam down if necessary. Wait. Enterprise, the Lisette systems are shutting down. Something is overriding our cloaking technology. Captain Sean, do you copy? Sean? Vakel?
It looks like the Alliance ships were sabotaged, but at different times. As if Tassine Faye had planned to incapacitate the captains in battle. But something went wrong. Why not trigger the malfunctions in one go? Get everyone at the same time? And why the Bortiskew first? It all feels a little erratic. I wonder if our ambush took her by surprise after all. We need to reach the Enterprise and get to the bottom of this.
Agreed. Helm, plot a course for the coordinates of the Enterprise recorded by the Array's surveillance systems.
Look who showed up to the party. Just in time to watch my ship get towed into oblivion. Poetic.
Glad you're in such good spirits, Captain, but it's not time to be by yet.
Tassine Faye's on that ship. Don't let her escape. I bet she's already powering up a reality vortex.
On it. Save the Harmony the activated quantum space generators. The Harmony's weapon systems are down. Now's our chance to disable that tractor beam. That's it. Harmony has been disabled.
You just prevented my ship from getting booked on a terrifying interdimensional flight. The offer of a one-way ticket to the Etherean homeworld isn't entirely uncompelling, but it's the complementary side of assimilation I take issue with. I'd love to stay and chat about how grateful I am, but we've got an Etherean boarding party on our hands down here. What's more, Commander Kiona has just notified me that Tassine Faye's decided to join her little friends aboard the Enterprise. A hell of a situation we've got on our hands, but perhaps this is a blessing in disguise.
Capture on the Alliance turf sounds like a better option. What do you say, Director?
You're right. My colleague is already aboard the Enterprise waiting for our arrival. Hopefully this gives us an advantage. Ready to beam down on your command.
Let's go.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise. Here's the plan. We need to secure the ship. There's no use capturing Tassine Faye if we're fused by one of her drones. We also play by Alliance rules, which means helping any survivors we come across if we're able to. Speaking of allies, my neural link received a ping from a subspace beacon originating from the ship's computer access room. That'll be my colleague. We'll need to team up with her to improve our odds. Remember, we need a liberated Borg to act as a conduit to defuse Tassine Faye.
Tell me more about your partner.
Fellow liberated Borg, former unaffiliated vigilante to some, galactic hero to others, and as loyal as they come. She'll tell you the rest.
Can't wait.
Lead the way. Aetherian drone up ahead.
Diplomacy is futile. Fusion is formidable.
The doors ahead are locked. We need to find a way to bypass security protocols.
Down bodies.
Didn't know you were a force field specialist.
Neither did I.
Fusion is the only final frontier. It is fear.
Dear.
Why when your life is one with the altar?
I'm glad I'm not fighting these drones alone. There's something odd about the way they say their axioms. Sounds a bit familiar.
You're right. I hear it too.
The security room. I bet we can bypass lockdown protocols from inside.
Just checking.
Look out for anything that might be useful.
Commander Philippa Mathias, counselor on board the USS Enterprise. I don't know how much time we have left. The ship has been compromised. They've taken one of our ensigns and done something unspeakable to them. It's only a matter of time before they find me. Oh God, they're coming. Commander Kiona, tell the captain that...
That's it. Recordings cuts off there.
We need to disable security parameters to open the doors to the computer access room. I'll cover you.
I'll get to work. Just checking to make sure there's no bodies lying around.
Nicely done. Let's return to the computer access room.
Just want to do one more sweep over here.
Your collective was imperfect. Join us so you may finally ascend.
The only thing ascending in here is my frustration with you.
Fuse and you shall know perfection. 7 of 9. Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
How about you fuse with my right hook? Thanks, but I've got it. What took you so long?
Shut down the transporters and compromise the reactor core.
Oh, perfect. I'll keep it in mind. Well, would you look at that? I was wondering who the classified contact who's been speaking so highly of was. Been a while, but I'm glad it's you. I take it you're familiar with the plan?
I had a feeling it was you, Seven. Yes. As it stands, secure the ship and its crew. Extract Tess and Faye.
That's right. The director here also shared some tactical information with me from his time aboard the Harmony. With any luck, our game of Catch the Queen should go a little better than your last run-in with the Aetherians.
Looking forward to no longer being a pawn of their game. So, this diffusion device only has one charge, right?
High risk, high reward, I won't deny it. But our odds are good. This extraction is now happening on Alliance territory. And we've got 2 liberated Borg candidates who can act as defusion conduits.
Make a good point. Hang on. I'm receiving a message from Captain Sean.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Sean. Tassine Faye is on the bridge.
Hang tight, Captain. We're coming.
This is our chance. Lead the way, Seven.
We can access the bridge from main engineering. Follow me. So, Director, how confident are we feeling about this defusion device?
I'd say about 75%, give or take.
Reversing emitter node polarity, destabilizing force field integrity. Let's go.
Make sure there's no bodies.
Through fusion, we are...
Step away from it.
He's escaping. Transport trajectory confirms she's heading to the Lisette.
Raquel Shawn, you no longer need the seminar of being a sole survivor.
What on earth are you talking about, Gavin? How the hell do you know about that?
Get distracted, Captain. That's it.
Is that everybody? I'm gonna click through this instead of spamming F. Don't want a message to pop up at all. Just checking to see if anybody needs help. Not a doctor, but I do have a tricorder and a big gun. Alright. Captain Sean?
Director, 7. I can't thank you enough. That was a close call. Once this mission is over, I'll be heading back to Deep Space Nine for repairs and repose. That's if any of us make it out alive.
Captain, I'm receiving a priority transmission from the Lisette.
Enterprise, this is Commander Jirok. It's good to see you're all in one piece. Our comms are up and running again, but internal systems have been sabotaged by the Aetherians, including our Singularity Core. Requesting immediate assistance.
Commander, Thesson Faye has just boarded your ship. Stay sharp. We're on our way.
We can't let that Singularity Core destabilize. Its collapse could cause a chain reaction across this region of space. Our team will head to the Lisette. Captain Sean, your crew needs you here. Let's keep in touch.
I'm contacting you from the bridge. The Aetherians have sabotaged the Lisette's internal systems. We've managed to repel boarders, but they've blocked off our path to the Singularity Core. They're plotting something.
They might be trying to compromise the core to blow up the Midas Array. Any casualties to report?
Many, unfortunately. To add to that, most of the ship's doors, consoles, and turbo lifts are malfunctioning. We used some of our last power reserves to beam you aboard our Singularity Core deck. I'll have to guide you remotely.
What do you need, Commander?
Your team will need to reroute our emergency power supply to conduct repairs and access our Singularity Core. As you can see, environmental systems are offline and visibility is limited.
Let's get to work.
Sending over command-level clearance codes. You'll need them to move on freely. There are repairs to conduct beyond those doors, but you'll need to pick a path. Our power supply is too low to open both at the same time.
Got it. Thank you. Let's go this way.
My internal sensors are detecting a nearby oxygenation valve that needs fixing up.
Nice work. Power is rerouting to the valve.
Looks like you unlocked a security log.
This is Lieutenant Zhu Terrell, Tactical Division. I'm still unable to locate Sub-Commander Zionel, despite my best efforts. The Aetherians swarmed the Lisette, ignoring most of the damage dealt by my disruptors. They locked us out and overrode all of the ship's systems, despite leaving many wounded in her wake. This Tasi Fey seemed uninterested in exchanging phaser fire with us, heading straight for the core instead. Lieutenant Salon's security report indicates the Aetherian's life sign was last detected in the Singularity Core room. As I am unable to access it from this deck, I will reluctantly transfer our medical unit instead, and guard the survivors until I receive new orders from my commander.
Straight for the Singularity Core. Oh.
Can't think of a good reason why a Borg Queen would do that. It's also a little odd to be putting herself on the line like that, don't you think? Then again, these Aetherians are Iconian Borg. Maybe their motivations are harder to determine than your average collective.
Maybe. Let's move on.
The Lisette looks worse for wear.
The ship has seen better days, no doubt about that.
Tell me about it.
These consoles power life support and airlocks, but the isolinear chips are misaligned.
On it.
Power is being diverted from their systems.
All right, one more to go. It worked. All right, I'm only detecting one affected area left. Let's go.
that was interesting. Basically, talk about the fusion, and there was a schism among the group. There's that console.
Great. Repairs are done. Singularity room aside. Let's head back to damage control.
Need you in damage control.
Thanks to your efforts, power has been restored to this deck. The Singularity Core is now accessible. Stand by to receive the room's access codes. Hold. I'm receiving a transmission from the Bortiskew.
So am I. Displaying transmission.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Corrin. I have a visual on the Etherian pit. Tassine Faye and her followers have boarded the Bortiskew. Her treacherous drones are not holding back. This is a fight worthy of a Klingon. If you are brave, you will join us in battle.
Damn. Tassine Faye keeps jumping around. How soon do you need us on the Bortiskew?
Hold that thought. Logistics are up and running again. Our intel indicates that the Singularity Core has been tampered with. If it collapses, it's game over. For everyone.
We could split up.
Agreed. It's the only option. What's the play?
You and Seven know the internal workings of the diffusion device. I'll take the Singularity Core. Besides, I have some experience with Etherian sabotage.
Glad you offered. I was thinking the same thing. With Commander Jirok's guidance, one person should be enough to repair the Singularity Core. But don't take too long, you're gonna miss all the fun.
I won't. Good luck.
I'll guide you through the Singularity Core repairs. First off, equip an EV suit.
Why is that?
Captain Corrin, this is 7. 2 to beam over.
The Etherians fried some of our gravity generators. Really changes your perspective.
Alright. Just double checking to see if it actually...
Don't mind that, it's only debris. We're due a radiation sweep. The core's the other way.
Jirok, this is Sean. I'm getting reports of Borg incursions close to the Juret Dyson sphere.
Focus on collecting data from nearby consoles. Sean, I'll contact command.
Sorry about that. Wife needed some help.
Scans show the sabotage device you removed was sending a signal to the Harmony. Another device removed. This one was emitting a destabilizing resonance pulse. Logistics point to a final anomaly. You'll need to power it down. It's beautiful, isn't it? The Singularity Core. Controlled chaos. Unmatched potential. Don't let that fool you, though. If the containment field fails, we'll begin to demolecularize. Initial scans registered a single anomaly. Turns out we're dealing with the trifecta.
Dangerous. Let me jump into
Plasma
the
conduits have been
store.
repaired. 2 more points to go. Sending you the coordinates. Subspace anchors have been stabilized. Sending over the final coordinates.
This is Seven. How's it going? We could use your help on the Bortisque.
Quantum diagnostics are back online. Now that core stability has been restored, I'll reroute main power back to all systems, turn the core back on, and head down to your deck. Thank you for your assistance. I'll take over from here. Patching you through to the Bortisque.
Anything to avoid a collapsed singularity.
While my warriors have been crushing Aetherian enemies through fire and flame, you have been floating around on the Lisette, tinkering with broken technology. Enough! Now is your chance to die with honor, and put your Dashekme where your mouth is. I have a lock on your coordinates. Transport in 3, 2, 1.
Wait, Captain, I'm still inside the singularity. Sure. I'm still not. I am. Doesn't matter. It's basically the same armor, but
We must secure the bridge. Good. You live to fight beside us, good. The Aetherians and their spineless leader have dared to board the Borderskew and set it ablaze with their sabotage.
How do we proceed?
That's the spirit. You must pick up a fire suppression device if you wish to die honorably. The device, however, must be repaired first. Those worthless swines have sabotaged most of our equipment.
Okay, let's get started.
Extinguish the flames and join your allies in battle.
Good, you're here. We're a little outnumbered.
From 2001, fusion is glorious.
Guess I should double check, make sure there's no one on the ground up here. Doesn't look like there is.
To sabotage a Klingon ship is to provoke the wrath of 1,000 spotless!
I said it would be nice to go somewhere warm for my next job. This is overkill.
There's crew.
Still no visual on Tassine Faye, but there are plenty of drones around.
Tell if I'm inhaling smoke or if that's the taste of defeat. Where's Tassine Faye?
Can't tell if I'm inhaling smoke or tasting defeat.
Corin, this is Jirok. There are reports of multiple incursions taking place in the Khitomer system.
Multiple?
Quite tough. My comms officer will notify Cadron. May their battle be as glorious as ours.
You better keep moving.
More Aetherian borders on the lower level. Stay sharp and look out for
Alliance team, report to the mid-level of the bridge.
Just checking.
Though these flames make for a glorious battle scene, suffocating is no way to reach Sto-vo-kor. We need to repair the Bordeskew's ventilation system and clear all debris so we can find this Aetherian Tach-Kek.
Be more effective if we split up. I'll work on opening the vents.
You're right. I'll stay with Corin and help clear the debris. Seven, I recommend you and I split up in case something goes wrong on either side.
Right. One of us needs to defuse Assassin Faye. Seven. I guess you're with me.
You got it. Let's get to work on these vents. Formal training or just impeccable instinct?
We've cleared an area of debris. Smoke is subsiding.
My internal sensors are reading one more ventilation console up ahead. Forged in fire, right? It's almost ironic now. You know, something's telling me we are going about our trap the wrong way.
Debris has been cleared.
Ventilation's back online, too. Heads up, I'm picking up on Tassine Faye's exact biosignature, but the signal is fading. I don't see her up there, though. Can anyone get a visual?
Visual or not, we must clear this debris. If the Aetherian leader is hiding behind it, she will die a coward.
Let's clear this up.
Damn, she escaped.
More Aetherian borders.
How do they keep bypassing all of the Alliance's security traps? I'm not sure what that is on your view screen, Captain Corin. Maybe an Aetherian sabotage subroutine? Either way, no sign of Tassine Faye. The biosignature is gone.
Damn. We're stuck in a loop. She's just going... She keeps English. She just keeps jumping around, isn't she?
Incoming transmission from Captain Sean.
Captain Sean, what's your status?
Alive, but not well. Sorry to say, but Tassine Faye is back on the Enterprise. I'm opening up a multi-channel with the Lisette.
Commander Druck, how's the Lisette holding up?
The Lisette is stable, for now. But I suspect my vessel is next on Tassine Faye's list of destinations. What's the plan?
This is a game to catch the Queen, isn't as easy as it first seemed.
Know thine enemy. An Earth saying, I believe. Tassine Faye is one step ahead of us. We must get one step ahead of her.
I've been called again. I will be right back. I apologize, everybody. What the heck? Why? Alright. Wife is trying to cook. Needs some help. But I do apologize. Thank you for the like, by the way. Whoever came in and saw might be right back. I do apologize. But let's go ahead and jump back into this. Right. Trapper win and where at least expect it.
That's pretty good, actually. The Harmony's disabled, right? In essence, the Alliance has control of it until Tassine Faye decides to initiate repairs, but that doesn't seem like her priority right now. Most of her drones are beaming onto our ships while her own shields are down. We could beam onto the Harmony while the Etherians are distracted and lay our trap there. A couple of pattern enhancers, maybe some arson, little vandalism, you know, something to get her attention. Wouldn't be on our turf anymore, but we'd have some time to set it all up.
It's worth a shot. Where should we beam aboard?
The reactor room. I remember Admiral Kumarke say something about how the core seemed important to them. Maybe we can do a little sabotage of our own.
Seeing as you tried to misuse Lisette's singularity core, that checks out. Let's do it. Captain Corn, the board askew is yours.
Your assistance aboard my vessel has earned my respect. But you are mad if you think any of the Alliance captains are willing to sit out on the fight of our lifetimes. On the way to the Midas Array, Sean, Jarak, and I swore to each other that we would see this plan through to the very end. We shall join you aboard the Harmony. Commander Boroth will take over in my absence.
Fair enough. But my bridge officers stay behind and defend the Alliance ships. Starting with the board askew.
A worthy compromise. I accept. Our deeds today will be the ones that echo through the halls of Stovakar. Kapla!
All right. Looks like we're all accounted for. My nanoprobes are detecting a single Etherian life sign nearby. It's phasing in and out of existence. This reactor room also looks a little different since my last visit. I guess they redesigned.
That's likely the Harmony's exotic interdimensional topography. Oh, no signs of Tassine Faye or any drones. 7. Are you okay?
The life sign. It's accessed my neural transceiver and initiated contact through the collective subspace network. I think it's the reactor core. It's calling itself a tether to the ether, one of many Unimatrix chambers. Change of plans. We use the defusion device on the core instead. I get the feeling there's a chance it could spread to the rest of Tassine Faye's collective, but we'd still need to trap her and hook her up to it to bypass any Etherian encryptions.
Is that something the Cooperative has tested before?
No, it's not. How do we know it'll even work? It's intended for a singular, partially biological life form. This is a reactor core acting as a subspace network.
I can't explain it. You weren't there when I accessed the Queen cell on board the artifact. Reconnecting to the collective as their temporary leader, it changed me. I think this ether recognizes me as a viable Borg Queen.
This plan sounds risky, but certainly possible.
I don't know, Seven. Injecting a whole collective with sudden individuality could have disastrous consequences.
I know you're worried, Hugh. But Picard couldn't have predicted the chaos caused by your individuality when you returned to the collective. We know better now. If I act as the conduit and transfer Tassine Faye's authority to me, I can program the defusion to be gradual. I've done it once, I can do it again. Trust me, I can do this.
I trust you, 7.
All right. I trust you too. Remind me of the new plan.
Lay down the pattern enhancers close to the reactor core and target it to get Tassine Faye's attention. If this works, this ether should send her a subspace transmission through the core, prompting her to return. We can then prevent her from beaming back out. Once she's trapped, I'll hook both of us up to the ether and transfer her powers to me. If we inject the pathogen straight into the core system, we should be able to defuse any drones connected to it. Gradually.
She won't go down easily. Let's start.
Can you get those pattern enhancers placed? We'll cover you.
One pattern enhancer placed. 3 to go.
Hang on, sensors are picking up an incoming energy signature.
Why do you choose senselessness? You could have ascended and joined us.
Damn it, we've been teleported to the other side. There goes step 1 of our plan.
She's got Sean, Corin, and Jarak in the stasis hold. We can't let her shoot them.
Take down this construct. Constructs become vulnerable to our attack.
That was a close one. Let's see what the construct's made of.
Not a moment too soon. These Ethereans are insufferable.
Constructs vulnerable to our attack. We need to lower these containment fields to reach Tassim Faye.
Good thing I kept the access codes. On it.
Teleported us again.
And she's called in drones for backup. We need to take her out.
Corin, Gerard, let's dethrone this throne.
Thought this would be enough to stop us?
She's on the move again. And she's shielding herself.
I'll lower the next containment field.
Figure out which way I gotta go.
All right. Let's head for the final containment field. If we don't place that final pattern enhancer, she'll beam out. I'm on it.
You lack harmony, guidance.
Yeah, I lack harmony, cohesion, greatness. Heard it all before.
Final pattern enhancer placed. It's dropped. Damn it! Jumping around to restore the shields. Rerouting
Halo. It's an energy redistribution node. We have to take it out.
I can remodulate a pattern enhancer to disrupt your defenses. You get that Halo.
7 of 9. You sought perfection once. Why do you seek it no longer? Consider our offer.
The offer involves consent that you're unfamiliar with. I'm a bitch.
She puts up a good fight, I'll give her that. Shame it's not enough to break our resolve.
Pattern enhancer remodulated. Shield us down, now or never.
John, cover. I'm finished. Core interrupt.
There is no one left to fight beside you. The galaxy has torn itself apart.
You were just another tyrant clinging to control, Tassim Faye.
Your tyranny ends now!
Restrainer.
Lowering the reactor core's containment field.
I'm hooked up. Drag her over.
You will not defuse the Aetherians.
It's for the best, Tassim Faye.
Think of it like this. You get to be the savior of your people.
It's your lucky day, Borg Queen.
Queen?
Security parameters disabled. Initiating transfer.
Inputting the modified neurolytic pathogen into the core's data stream.
No. No! We will not allow it!
You must comply.
We must not. We must protect the ether.
Watch out! She's modifying the injection stream.
It's too late. I'm in.
Chimerans! With security parameters disabled, they must have located the Harmony.
Did it work?
Not on the core, maybe on Tassim Faye. Too early to tell.
Captains, call your ships. We're getting out of here.
Commander Kiona, this is Captain Sean. Prepare to plot a course for Deep Space Nine. We're heading back.
Thanks for the ride back. Looks like your ship didn't suffer any malfunctions on the way. Lucky. You really had everybody's back today. Knowing you can be counted on even in the worst situations, well, that's as rare as a Vulcan smile. When you have a moment, the director and I would like to talk to you about Tassine Faye's future. Right now, though, I think your command wants to speak with you.
Thanks. I'll check with Admiral Quinn. Jura?
Thank you for repairing the Lisette. That ship means more to me than words can say. As for what the Aetherians intended to do with our Singularity Core, I'd rather not speculate too much. My science officer, Neril, will be drawing up a full report. Suffice to say, it is clear they intended to use the Midas Array to their advantage somehow. They seem focused on sabotaging and acquiring new technology. Not unusual for the Borg, I suppose.
Well, it looks like the Chimerans beat them to it. Let's hope Nerel's report provides us more data.
You fought valiantly aboard the Borderskew and the Harmony. It is a pity we withdrew. We could have taken these Chimerans, blade in hand, I am sure of it. Some say these creatures are able to terraform entire Borg cubes. If the tales are true, then they are foes worthy of song. I would gladly give my life to see such an abomination with my own eyes. Wouldn't you?
You might be in luck. I have a feeling this won't be the last encounter with the Chimerans, Captain.
Without your help, the Enterprise would have been a goner. Speaking of, looks like the Midas Array is now under quarantine. The array has been overtaken by the Chimerans. We're starting to recognize more of their signals over long-range sensors. It's not looking good, I'll give you that. But I'm confident we've made progress today. Oh, before you go, on my bridge, one of the Aetherian drones said something to me that took me aback. It's as if it knew who I was. My life story. I think you know what I'm getting at. I'm lucky to be alive.
Tassine Faye fused some of the crew members. I noticed the same aboard the Borderskew. We have my condolences, Captain. Their sacrifice won't be in vain.
Just the person I wanted to see. I hear things got a little out of hand at the Midas Array, but it seems to me like the mission was still a success. Tassine Faye has been extracted and remanded to one of the station's brigs. As for the Harmony, the Alliance has some conflicting opinions on its eventual fate if we ever get hold of it. Chancellor L'Rell believes we should return for it and tow it to Khitomer for joint observation. Proconsul Datan believes the Cooperative should supervise the ship from a distance, and that Director Hugh is best placed to oversee such an operation. I'm not sure where I stand myself. Proposals are already landing on my desk, from living exhibit at Memory Alpha to destroy the thing. I understand your actions today saved countless lives. Starfleet commends you. We knew you'd be the right person for the job.
Thank you, Admiral Quinn. It's an honor to be a Starfleet officer.
Thanks for checking back in with us. This was quite a mission, and I have a feeling our efforts have only just begun. My own de-assimilation bordered on traumatic. I ended up bringing my individuality back to a collective that was very ill prepared for it. It caused widespread chaos and violence. We need to be careful about how we decide to move forward. Perhaps defusing Tassine Faye alone was for the best. I shudder to think of a galaxy full of unfused Aetherians who, well, lack guidance.
He's not wrong. Liberating a Borg is no joke, and the start is the worst of it. But what first seems like a curse eventually becomes a gift. During my time aboard Voyager, I learned the value of individuality, but also the strength of personal connection. In the end, it became apparent to me that you don't need a hive mind to understand the real meaning of unity. Anyway, I'm glad we had you along for the ride today. It's easy for us liberated Borg to get carried away when dealing with another collective. It's so personal, you need someone with a fresh perspective to keep you level-headed.
Can't imagine how difficult it is to defuse an unwilling Borg Queen. But I'm glad we stay united.
How are you doing, Tassine Faye?
She's refused to talk so far.
Give her time. Patience. It'll get better.
You know, I've been where you are right now. Longing to go back to a chorus of comforting voices. Frustrated at my lack of agency. But in the end, liberation was the only way forward. It gave me back so many things that I'd forgotten I needed. I see you remain unconvinced. But what's so different between being controlled by an ether and being told what to do by the Alliance until you can make up your own mind? At least once you're liberated, you'll be free to decide how to live your life. That's more than what I got at times. Well, I'll be back same time tomorrow, Tassine Faye.
Tefay.
What did you say?
Tefay was my name. Tassine is just a title.
Right. Queen.
No. We have no corporeal queen. Defusing me was pointless. You achieved nothing.
What we achieve is helping you. And every other drone. One person at a time. Until every Borg is liberated. And no one is left behind.
Irrelevant. Impossible. Someone is always left behind. That is why the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Well, maybe. But the whole would be nothing without all of its parts. I hope that in time you'll see that. Same time tomorrow, Tefay.
I'm contacting you from Deep Space Nine to report that our mission has been a partial success. Tassine Faye is under our supervision and making progress, slowly but surely. Although it appears she's not the Etherian Borg Queen after all. Seven is working together with the Alliance to oversee her diffusion process, and we expect answers soon. The process has been both a strain on the station psychologically and in terms of resources. It's clear Tassine Faye does not trust us yet. As for the Midas Array, I received a report from Commander Jirok Science Officer Narrow. It appears the Etherians were attempting to use both the array and the Lisette Singularity Core to open a rift in space-time. It's difficult to understand their motives. We are unable to collect more data for now, as both the Midas Array and the Harmony are swarming with Chimerans. The Alliance has sent some of their best fleets over to contain the situation, but reports of Chimerans have already surfaced from other systems. Seven and I will reach out to our allies to understand who we can call in to assist with these Chimerian incursions. I'll contact you if any more information comes to light. Do not hesitate to do the same, should we be of use to you.
Alright. That is the end. I actually like that mission. It was a long one, though I had to... Stream is at about 2 hours now. Probably took about 20-30 minutes helping my wife, and then also I think I hosed around for about 30 minutes for it. So mission's about an hour long ish, somewhere around there. good voice acting on this one. I did appreciate the voice acting. I really like the cutscenes. I do like the cutscenes. My thought as I was watching some of the combat cutscenes is there's a mission. I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's in the. I think it's one of these missions here where they have a battle. It's whatever the last one is for the Lost Dominion. I think it's Boldly Their Road. There's a combat like outside the station going on. It's where Sean's ship gets destroyed, and after that he becomes the captain of the Enterprise. But in that, the the cutscene for the combat is so bad, and I knew what they wanted to do is very similar to what they had in this mission, where there was a lot of ships flying around and explosions everywhere. They kind of wanted to do something like that, but I don't think they had they didn't have the person to do it, or they didn't have the technology to do that at some point. I would not be surprised if Pundus was the one who did the cutscenes, because he seems to be the one now who does a lot of those cutscenes. So it could be possible they just didn't have a person who understood how to do it or whatnot. But yeah, so the cutscene was really good. Again, Datan really needs a model update. Especially if they're going to keep on throwing them in if they're going to keep on throwing them into missions here as the story continues, then probably do want to update that model like they did with Quinn. I'm assuming they updated Quinn's model because he was going to be in a lot of missions, so hopefully we'll see a Datan update. The other models look great. Now we need to go back to Earth Space Dock, because I want to see if that costume is the same as the costume in the Mud store. Or if it's this. This looks different than her other costume. So I don't know if it's this one right here or if it's the Mud Store one. I mean, they both look pretty good, so. And I'll be honest with you, if them taking some time to get like a nice long mission like this, you know, where it has a lot of cutscenes and stuff like that, I'm okay with that. Sometimes sad that the episodes are so far apart, but you gotta do with what you have. All right. Oh nope, that's not where I need to go. That's not what I'm doing. That is not what I was doing. All right. Just make sure it's not a box that I have to open. It does not appear to be.
Hello. You can alter your uniform.
I'm not going to keep him just checking, so we'll go ahead and just choose this for right now. Because I was looking at uniforms earlier. Let's see. be. Checking here. Of course, these colors are kind of messed up. Let's try this again. See if it's in the list here. I am assuming it's not the same one. This is... Because that's the coat she was wearing in the episode. I do recognize that. I don't have 6,000 to buy the other one. Let's go. Cancel this. So it has the same name, just the different, looks different, I think.
Now you're looking sharp.
Going for. It's not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Muds. Ground. Yeah, the undershirt definitely looks different. Let me see if there's a jacket in there.
Hello. You.
Okay, yeah, it's not the same. I didn't notice that on there before. This right here told me I need to spend 6,000 on it. All right. I didn't think so, but it'd be pretty awkward if they put a Muds item in a mission. I think they put Lobby items in missions, but yeah, would have been pretty awkward on a Muds item. Let's go ahead and do this real quick while I'm looking at it. I am going to end the stream here. Sorry for the breaks I've taken in between. But if you do like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I stream or post a video again. I do appreciate those who've all joined and watched the mission with me, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.